All right, it's Tradecraft Trading. We're back. It's Friday, April 26th. And I had one trade today. Usually on a Friday, if I have a nice trade in the morning, I kind of just coast the rest of the day. Really only take a trade if it's an absolute, hits all of my criteria for a trade. I'm basically going to look for something that just looks perfect to me, and not something I'm going to be kind of like, oh, that looks like it could be forming an ABC pattern. I'm not sure. No, I'm not going to take it. So yeah, because I like to end the week on a nice up note. So I took one trade today. There it is, OKE. So I got in because if you look at the daily chart, so these are daily candles, right? About 5 months back now, I just tightened it up. So you can see it gap down. Yesterday it was here, and it gapped down to here. So maybe look at that a little closer. So gap down about $1, and so I watched it early in the day. Really don't take trades any earlier than 10 o'clock because I get myself into trouble when I do that. So I had a couple down candles, a little doji here, try to move its way back up to volume weighted average price moving average here. That's VWAP right there. And then it rejected VWAP, and that's when I took notice because I said, okay, it's below VWAP. It's forming a little shelf, and it's dropping, and then it's forming another little shelf here. I said, I can do, and this is where these pullbacks, this little bit of a pullback is a good strategy for new day traders because you can kind of have a nice tight stop. So really, I got in right here at about, what was my 68.48 was my entry. I could have put my stop just above VWAP, really, about 68.60, just 12 cents. I put it all the way to 65. I wanted to give myself some room in case there's a spike because it wasn't very clean. You can see there's a lot of wicks. These candles are not tight. And usually it takes a while for that to tighten up after a big down movement early in the day. But I said, okay, I'm going to put it at 65 so it won't get back above this area here. I'll probably end up getting out. So I got in at 48 and immediately had a nice drop all the way down to about 21. And then my first target was 68.14, and I got out right there. So that was a 34 cent drop, and I was happy with that because it happened pretty quick. It happened within, I think it was just 30 minutes. Yeah, 34 minutes it took in and out for 34. That's like a cent a minute there because I got a 34-cent drop. And it took 34 minutes. So it dropped below my first target. It actually hit my second target, and then you can see it bottomed out there and started making its way back up to VWAP. So actually, if you had paid attention here and saw this volume kicking in a little bit, you could have played this as a possible bounce here, gotten in around 68.19 maybe. You've ridden it up to about 68.46. So not a huge game, but that's the kind of thing is when you're playing this, if you're just focusing on this one stock, you can kind of just get in and out as you read the patterns. I read it here as a drop, got in and out. Could have read it as a bounce here, gotten in and out, and made another little play, but I just got out everything here, and I just didn't re-enter at any point because you could see it kind of started moving its way back up, and then VWAP rejected it, so it could be continuing down. I just don't know. Also, if you look at the 8 EMA, which I just threw up here, I always like looking at this as when it's a short, when on gappers down, looking for a short play, because you can see it's down and then it started moving sideways towards the 8 EMA, which is pretty close to the VWAP as well. But I always like to see how it behaves here, and really I got in kind of early. I probably would have gotten in here at 68.42 if I didn't get in here, because this kind of confirmed these topping tails near 8 EMA, so you can see it kind of followed it down. But the reason why I got out most of my shares, all of my shares here at 68.14 was because it started distancing itself from the 8 EMA, and usually when that happens, there could be a bounce, a pullback. So as you can see, I got out. I could have waited and got out at my second target, but I was just too nervous. This pull here and this pull here just made me say, all right, I'm going to get out everything here. And then you can see it did start to come back up, and now you can see it's a little messy. It's not sure what it wants to do at this point, but it did reject VWAP, as you can see. So who knows what's going to happen next. But so that was the only trade for today. So yeah, hopefully everybody has a good weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with some more trades to show you. See you then.